Thank you very much, everybody, for joining second session for SQL training. This is a very basic training with very simple keywords. So I'm sorry for that, but if you people want to have more sessions which may be intermediate or advanced level, we will be glad to have those sessions as well. And the agenda for today's discussion is we will start joining the tables using different types like inner join, left join, right join, full auto join, and we will learn the SQL select into statement. We will be talking about views, and we will be talking about date functions like these, and SQL null values, null functions, and we will discuss some aggregate functions. So that's something we will be doing. And now let's start it. I have created two tables which are very simple, and the relationship between these two tables is like one is employee table having the department number, and there is another table. This is a department where you get the department name and location. So this is emp number is the primary key in this emp, and the department number is the primary key in department, and also this is a foreign key. This emp number is a foreign key to the table as well. So that's something with the tables. So let's start with the quick demonstration. So let's start it querying the tables. So we have two tables. One is department, the other one is employee. So we learned in the first session like select star from here. You need to write the table name. The table name should be department. That's one thing. Another point you people need to keep in mind, like here you need to select the database as well. So in which database you are doing the query. So let's execute it. So we have this. Okay, do another query. Okay, execute it. Okay, so we see like in the department table there is a department number, and in the employee table we also see the department number. So employee is associated with which department. So from here we're not able to figure out the department name because that department name is in this department table. So that's something. So that's why if somebody asks us to figure out the name of the department, so from one table, emp table, we will not be able to give that department name. We just have the department number. So that's the one of the core reason to join tables to get more information. Okay, so let's do one thing. I say select star from emp comma department. So just try to answer me. Will this query work? Just say yes, no. Please unmute yourself and just yes, please.
Can you ask, can you ask your question again, please?
Yeah, sure, definitely, certainly. So the question is like if I execute this query, select star from emp comma department. So I'm listing both the tables. My question is, will this query execute or I will be having an error?
I think we will be having an error.
Okay. The other participants?
I'm not sure. So I don't know.
Okay. Any other response? Mr. Vahid, what about you?
I'm sure there will be an error.
Okay. So lovely. So let's execute it. So we're lucky. So we have lot many records. If you execute these two tables, what we see? We see 4 rows in department and 14 rows in the other table. So how many rows we see in this? So there's 56. So let's do some computation. Calculator. So it's 14 multiplied by 4. It's 56. So what comes to your mind? What we having? And anybody? This is what sort of query? What sort of join? Anyone?
No idea. Probably linear
Just
join.
try to figure out. In the first table we have 4 rows. In the other table we have 14 rows. And in this
Okay.
query I will be having 4 into 14 rows. So what that means? Can I say like each row of first table is associated with each and every row of the other table? Can I say that?
Each row of the first.
Yeah. So what's the name of such type of join? Any idea? Mr. Wahid.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? What
Question
sort of
is,
join?
yeah, what's the name for this join? Is that join all right?
The No, sorry, I didn't get you.
My question is like if I do this query, right? So what sort of output I'm going to have? I'm putting this employee 7369, right? This is the primary key, and this person is working for department number 20. So let's put one condition here where temp number equals to 7369. So what I'm going to have here, I'm going to have 4 rows. I'm going to have 4 rows for this employee, 7369. So you see here, like the department number is 20. This guy is working in department number 20. But when I join in this way, then my new table showing me like this employee is working in all the departments. Is that right? Is that fair?
So let me ask you.
That's wrong, I think.
That's
First
wrong.
thing that you have.
So each row is being associated with every row of the department. Is that right? So that's why in this table I have 4 rows. If you look at here, 4 rows. In the department, I'm having 14 rows. When I put this query, like I'm selecting from 2 tables without putting any condition. So I will be having how many rows? Sorry, this is the condition. So if we remove it, so then in that case I will be having 56 rows, which is 4 into 14, and we call this sort of join as a cross join. This is the Cartesian product. This is the cross join, and this is not at all right, because this employee is working for department number 20 only. He is not working with each department. So that's not right. Is that okay? Everybody clear on this?
Yeah.
Mr. Vahid, you got the whole point now?
Okay, so yes, yes.
Okay, great,
So
great.
that means if we are not giving any condition, so one record will be actually multiplying against all the departments.
Yeah, exactly, lovely. So if we are not putting any condition, then each record of one table will be joined with every record of the other table, because we are not putting or putting any constraint on the join type, join condition. So on which basis you are going to join? You're not telling anything. Okay, let me write another thing. Let me write in this way. I'm saying like this: select start from employee, join department. I'm saying cross join department. Will this query work? Wahid.
Okay, when we are joining, then I think we need to mention what is the attribute they will join on in both tables.
Okay, when you put this star, then in that case, you will be having all the attributes from all the tables. So that's the beauty. So let's execute it. Yeah, I will be having 56 rows, and I'm having the columns from the department. So you see department name, department number, and you have the all the attributes, all the fields from the employee table. Is that all right? So the
So
point which I'm trying to,
exactly the same.
yeah, I'm doing the
So
same
is
thing. So there are two ways to write the to join the tables. The one is select everything from emp, comma, department. This is one way. You get the same records, 56. And the other way is you start with one table and then you say cross join the other table.
So basically, Sadiq, you're saying that the star means that all records
All
from
columns.
temp and
Star means
all
all
columns.
columns from all the tables.
Okay. All right.
So here I'm trying to make one point, like there are two ways to write the query. The one is you put all the tables separated by comma. This is one way. The other way is you write in this way. You select everything from, you name one table, and then you start joining other tables one by one. This is another approach. And normally
So
we try to follow this approach. Is this
so
point clear?
I have one question here.
Yeah, please, please.
So how does the system organize these columns for does it start from one table and then link all the other?
Yeah, definitely. If I do
How
in this
what
way,
is the organization of yeah, so what is the
yeah,
organization of the records at the bottom?
it's lovely. So if I say in this way, let's see. No, I'm having first all the attributes, all the fields from department table, and then the
Okay,
fields from the
gotcha.
employee table. So that's one thing. The other point which you raised, like how the rows are being displayed. So there are different ways. This is maybe this is the internal mechanism. So when you say do the query like this, then maybe the records which are in the database, so in which order they are in the database, the same order may be preserved. But if you want to change the order, you can say like this. You say order by emp number, right? But the problem may be here you have two tables, department and employee. and both tables
Okay.
contains the department number. You see here, like here you see department number and you see department number here as well. So it will be ambiguous. So if, let me run this query first. So is this sorted by the employee? You see it's sorted by the employee number, right? Because the employee number is in just one table. But if I say like department number, then in that case I will be having the error. This is ambiguous. So because this department number is in both columns, so in that situation I have to write like this: department dot the column. So then it will work. So that's something, if you want to do the sorting on the department number, so you can do this. So you see here, this is the department number and the department number 20 and then 30 and then 40. But here in this department number is different because I'm doing the sort on the basis of department table. If I say like this, I'm just switching the I'm going to do the sorting on the basis of the last column. Then you will see like the results will be different. So first nulls will be shown, then 10, then 20, and then so on.
So I have another question.
Yeah, please.
If when you sort it by order, how does it automatically start from the bottom to the top, or can you also rearrange it from the top to the bottom?
Yeah, we can do in both ways. So this is the department number ordered by default it's ascending. If you want to do in descending order, you need to use this keyword. And we discussed these things in the first session. So this is now in the other way. So department 30 and then 20 and then null. So it's all up to you. So in which way you want to do the sorting. Is that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So what we learned so far. So in most of the situations, you have to join different tables. But if we join tables without putting any condition, the outcome is not correct, as we seen in this situation. So we had the cross join. So let's do another type of join. Let's do in this way. Select everything from employee, comma, department, where emp dot department number equals to department number. Let's do this. Yeah. So here we have nice rows. So we have just 13 rows. So if we do this query on employee table, I will be having 14 rows. And when I'm joining these two tables, I'm having 13 rows. Can anybody figure out why this is so? Anyone? In the first
When you
table,
do it on the so for the when you do it on the first table, how many rows do you get?
yeah, in the first table, I'm having 14 rows. But when I join employee table with the department table, I'm having 13 rows.
Maybe because in the first table that is your base. It's taking that table as a base and then start joining it.
Okay.
Is that the reason?
Okay.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Wahid, you figure out what's the reason?
I think now when we are basically querying the table, then we are giving a filter that the query needs to bring back the department numbers where they match.
Yeah.
So only if the employee belongs to a certain department, say department 10, so only department 10 will be brought.
Exactly, right? So then why are we having 13 records? Because if you see the last row, what's the department number? For the employee table, for the employee 7934, what's the department number? He has just joined the organization and we haven't assigned any department. Is that true? Is this clear?
No.
Okay.
No. It's
Let's
not.
do one thing. Just see this table, employee. What do you see in this table? What's the department number for 7934?
It's null.
It's null. If I ask you, give me the department name for this employee, can you tell me that?
No.
No. Okay.
Because department number is empty.
Yeah, department number is empty. Okay. So I have department 10, 20, 30 and 40.
Right.
Right? So for this employee, the department is 20. So I can figure out the department name. 30, 30, 20, 30, 30, 10, 20, 10, 30, 20, 30, 20 and null. So I will
Right.
be able to figure out the department name for the first 13 rows.
Yeah.
Because here in this row, this department number is exactly equals to, I will be figure out that row from here where the department number is equals to the department number of this row.
Correct.
So will we be able to join these two columns?
Yeah, as long as the number is available, we should be able to join.
Exactly. So what about the last row? Here the department number is null.
No, so we
So
shouldn't.
if
Yeah.
I join, if I request somebody, please kindly let me know the department name of each employee. So that guy going to join this table with the department table. But he will not be able to figure out the department name for this employee 7934. So how many rows he will return? I will request
13.
him, don't tell me the employee to whom there is no department.
So then it will return 13 rows.
13 rows. So if you look at this query, so I'm saying select all the rows from the table employee or department and make sure the department number from employee table must be equals to the department number in the department table. Right?
Right, right.
So here in this 14th row, this department number is not equals to any row in this department table.
Yeah.
So if I execute this query, I will be having just 13 rows. Is that okay?
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
Makes sense. Yeah.
lovely, lovely. So let me move a bit further. I can write the above query in another way. So I will be writing select star from employee, join department on. I'm putting the same condition here. As I explained earlier, so there are two ways to write the same query. The one is you list all the table names separated by comma. The other one is you start with one table and then join this table with other tables one by one and put the condition, joining conditions beneath. So that's another way. So we will be following this convention. So if I execute this, I will be having the same 13 rows. So I will be having the department name of each employee. Is that all right?
Yeah, makes sense. So when we
Okay.
say join, select, you're saying select all from employee table, join department, and then department number is equal to. What is the join department thing? Is that a field? Is that a column?
No, no,
I don't
I'm
see that
saying
name.
like this is I'm getting something from the employee table. So I'm saying join this employee table with the department table.
Oh, okay, okay. That's
I'm
the table
saying
name. Got
join
it.
employee
Got
table with the department table.
it. Got
On
it.
the basis of which
Got it.
condition? So I'm writing the condition beneath.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So as we seen in the first in the agenda, like there is inner join. So if you write simple join, that the default is inner. So if I execute this query, I will be having the same 13 records. Is this okay?
So inner join is basically just joining two simple tables, right?
But yes, but the
And
keys
then we,
keys must match.
yeah,
I'm
and
when we say inner join, so that means I'm requesting the guy join those two tables, give me all employees with the department names, but don't tell me those employees to whom no department is so far assigned.
so I got it. So if can I use different clauses here instead of using on, I can use where clause.
Yeah, we did this before. Yeah, we
Okay,
did this before.
that's fine.
But normally
All
we
right.
don't do this. So we will be following this convention. So we will be writing one table, inner join, condition, and maybe we do another thing. Inner join, another table, and then the condition. Is that all right?
Got it.
So we
Yeah.
keep on adding tables, as many as you wish.
So on this, just stay here. So on, let's say that from our first query, I'm joining employee and department table. Then I'm writing another query where I'm joining another table, right? When I give a condition on that table, is it going to join three tables on that condition or
No, no, you have to
two?
join two tables at a time. So here I'm saying
Oh,
I'm
two
joining
tables.
department number with this employee table with the department. And then you will be saying inner join some table, maybe
Yeah, so got it. I think I got the point. Yeah, and then I can give
bonus,
a relation between.
and then
Yeah,
bonus is assigned to whom? It's bonus may be assigned to employee.
right, right,
So
right.
then I will be saying like bonus dot employee ID equals to employee dot employee number.
Got it.
So always you
Got
will
it.
be having like the condition between two tables. That's it. And those two tables may be any in the list.
Right.
Okay. This is the explanation of inner join. So if you're not writing this inner, you're writing just join. So this join means the inner join. Is that clear?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do left join, right? Okay. So here, if I say like this employee and later on, I'm first table is employee and later on I'm having department. So which table is on your left?
Employee.
It's employee. Yes, yes, lovely. So employee is the left table. So when I say left join, what that means in simple words? So I'm saying like return all the employees in which you have the like matching, like the department number in employee equals to the department number in the department table. So you do, this is the first thing. So 13 rows will be returned. Then I'm saying like also return those employees who have not been assigned any department so far. You getting what I'm saying in the left join?
So you're saying that I think you probably need to explain one more time. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
no problem. So in employee table, you having how many records? You having 14 records.
Right.
And we noticed like this last row, this employee 7934, this employee is not having any department number.
Right.
Okay. The other employees having the department number 13, right?
Right.
So when I say left join and on my left I am having the employee table. So what that means? That means the first thing is kindly return all the matching records. That's the first requirement. And the second requirement is if there are some rows in the employee table which are not matching department in the department table, kindly return those employees as well. So let's execute it. So then we will see what we will have. So in this case, I will be having 14 rows. So you see,
Okay.
like this is the 7934 for the last employee. What's the department number or the department name for this employee? That's null,
Got it.
as we seen before.
Okay.
But
Right.
13, but the other 13 rows, each row having the department number, which are being matched in the department table. So that's the concept of left join. So let's do the right join. Let's make it right.
Sadiq Saab.
Yes, please.
Okay, what I understood from this left join is, kindly correct me if I'm wrong, basically you have a left table and a right table. We had the employee here as a left table, so that means bring everything which is in the left table and only bring matching from the right table.
Yeah, you just rephrased my statement.
Yeah, so I'm correct in my
Yeah,
understanding.
definitely. So in this
Okay,
situation,
thank
when
you.
you say left join, so you're returning all the rows of employee, and if each row is having some commonality in the department table, so you bring that information as well. Is that right? Or in simple words, you try to understand the way I explained. Like when you say left join, what that means. The first you need to return all the matching rows. So you will be returning 13 rows. So how many rows in the employee table who is not being matched with any row in the department table? That's one. So when I say left, so I'm saying like please do return the unmatched row of the first table as well. So that's it. Maybe I'm using more words. Wahid.
Yes, you got your idea.
Yeah. Okay. So when I say right join, what that means? How you can explain? Yes, please.
Okay, would that mean that uh, before we were bringing all the matching records before putting any left or right, so left told us then bring all the rest of the records which are in the left table. So does that mean when you have the right join, that will mean you first bring all the matching records and then bring everything which is left in the right table?
Okay. Let me. I'm
I think
consistent and I will be repeating my own words. So when you say
I
right
think it is
join,
the opposite.
when you say right join, it's the same thing. First, you need to do the matching. So all records in employee table which are being matched with the department table. So how many records you will be having? 13. Basically,
Yes.
you're doing the inner join. So you're having 13 records. So when you say right, So then you need to see, is there any record in the right table which is not being matched with any record in the left table? So that you need to figure out. So let's try to see this employee table. So in employee table, I will be having the department 30, 20, 10 and null. If I execute the query on department table, so I will be having 10, 20, 40 and 30. So what comes to your mind? This department, it's a newly created department operations in that location, which is not being assigned to any employee. Is that all right? Just give me a moment. Hello? I'm sorry. Is that make sense? So when I execute this query, so then I need to see one record which is with the department 40, which is not being assigned to any employee. Let's execute it. So I'm again having 14 records. And if you go at the bottom, you will see what you see here. You have the department number 40. This is the record in department table, which is not being assigned to any employee. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense, I think.
If I
So
say
in this case, left and right joins are bringing back the same results.
no,
Is it just because
different. Number of records are same. Let me do the left join. So in the left join, what you see like the employee information, but no department. But in this situation, when you do the right, you will be having the record from the department who is not having the employee information. And in this table, I will be having the employee who is not having the department information. You getting what I'm trying to say?
yes, yeah.
Is this clear to everybody? So when I say left, it means all the matching records will be returned, and then those records from the left table which are not being matched to any other records, so those will be returned. If you say right, then all the matching, this is the first thing, and then those records in the right table. Right table here is department. So if I execute here, I will be having the
So the first table will always be a left table, and then the second table will always be a right table.
yes, definitely, perfectly.
Okay.
So if I execute this query, so I'm saying right join. So you see like no employee information for department number 40 because this department is not being assigned to any employee. If I say left join, then I will be having one employee. And what's the department number of this employee? It's null. So no department is being assigned. So no department.
Okay.
Wahid, I appreciate if you repeat both the concepts again for the clarity.
Yeah, I think you already explained it in a very good fashion. So, in basically left join, like in every kind of join, first of all, we will be bringing the matching records in both the tables. When it is left join, then it means we will have the common records or the matching records, and then any record left out in your left table will also be brought back. So same goes for right join as well. Like first the common matching records will be brought, and then anything left which is not matched from the right table will be brought back as a query result.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate. There is another keyword, full join. So what comes to your mind when I say full join? This full means left as well as right. So what comes to your mind? If I
I believe
execute this,
it would only return, uh, it's going to return first all the matching and then records from both the tables which doesn't match, something like that.
lovely, lovely. That's great. I appreciate. So when you say full join, that means you are returning all the matching records. That's a one thing. And then you're returning the unmatched records from both the tables. So you will be having how many records? Can you guess?
That should
13 were
be,
matching. In
yeah,
employee, there
one,
was one unmatching, and in department,
yeah.
there was one record unmatching.
We should have 15.
15. Let's run it. So lovely. We have 15 records. So you see, this is the employee having no department information. And we have one department which is not being assigned to any employee. Am I able to explain the different join types? The inner join, left join, right join, full join. Is that clear?
Yes, I believe that works.
That's great. That's great. Okay, I appreciate if somebody explain me the difference between full join and cross join.
I think cross join was pretty much like an inner join, just like a regular join, and it does not bring back our exceptions. The full join, what it does is that it looks at both the tables from your left and right join, and then gives you the exceptions along with your the records that match.
Okay,
Does it
this
make sense?
this sort of join is of what type? Select everything from
This this is just a regular join,
no, no, this is
just a
not.
simple
We,
join
we call this as a cross join.
or cross join. Okay,
It's a Cartesian product. If you remember
it's a cross
classic
join.
seven sets theory.
It is a cross join.
Yeah. So if I execute it, I will be having 56 records. Is this query giving me the correct result? Select
56 records.
where emp number equals to 7369. What this query is doing, it's assigning each employee every department. Is that all right?
No.
Because we haven't put any condition, any joining condition. So how those tables to be joined? So if you not give any condition, so the request is doing everything for you then.
Hmm.
Is that okay?
Okay. Right. So basically, this employee number 7369 only had one record in the employee table, right?
Yeah. So this employee, if we go to this,
But because of the department table
if we
that has
go
four records,
to
it's
this
giving him
table,
four.
this query, let's see this, execute this. I'm having just one row. This employee is being assigned to department number 20. This employee is not being assigned to all the departments. So this result is not all right. So if you're not putting the condition, then each row of one table will be connected with every row of the other table. So that's the cross join, which is not good at all.
Got it.
So you always have to put the joining condition when you're joining the tables. So what we learned cross join, which is bad, extremely bad. We never do that. Then we learned inner join, which is the beautiful thing, only the matching records. And then we learned the left join, which is returning the matching records along with all the leftover records from the left table, and then we learned the right join, which is returning all the matching and the leftover records from the right table, and then we learned full join, which is returning all the matching along with those records which are not matched in the left table as well as from the right table. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But my question is, let me repeat my question. My question is, what's the difference between the full join and cross join? This is the cross join. I can write in this way as well.
Yeah, cross join gives you all the possible combinations when joined both tables, regardless of any condition.
Yes, you're perfectly all right. So that's great. That's great. So we learned different join types. If you have any question or any confusion, kindly let me know. So I will be doing more queries, and I will. But it's okay.
So if I use the word, just the word join, does it mean the same thing, cross join?
No, no, no. We learned this. When you say join, that means the inner join. The default is inner.
Okay, the
So
default
if
is
you
inner.
say join, so you will be having just, no, then you have to write, when you say join, you have to put the condition
That
on
matches both tables.
m dot department number equals to,
Yeah, got it.
you have to put this condition. You're having just one record and the same department with the right name. Department number is same from both the tables. Okay, so far we covered different join types in left, right, full, cross join. So let's do one more thing. So let's do this select into statement. You give any name. Let's say I'm saying temp, right?
Yes.
I'm saying, let's see the column names first. So here I'm having in the department, I have the department name. In the employee, I have the e-name. So I'm going to write select e-name, comma, d-name into. So that's we need to learn select into. So this is the statement we going to learn select into. So when you say into means some table. So I'm going to select e-name and d-name. So it's employee name and the department name into, let's say, some temp table from. So this e-name and d-name are can be found from which tables? So e-name is in employee table and d-name is in the department table. So I have to join these two tables. So from emp table join department on emp department number equals to Wahid, is that all right?
Okay.
So this is basically for the records that we are trying to display, right?
Yeah.
To
So you can write, you can put department number as well.
Got it.
So what I'm going to do, I want to create another table, and that table contain only e-name, d-name, and department number. But these information can be found in two tables. So this information is not in just one table. So you have to join the table. So what that I'm doing. So I'm saying select these three fields and put in a table temp, and from where you can get information. So I'm saying get this information from employee table and join this employee table with the department table, and I'm giving the joining conditions as well. So join only those records in which in the table employee, the department number should be equal to the department number in the department table. So that's something I'm explaining. Wahid,
Got
is
it.
this all right?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Have
execute
we
it.
created the temp table before?
No. So that's the beauty. So the system will create the table for us. Let's execute it. So this it's saying like department number is ambiguous because department number is in both tables. So I'm saying, let's say take the department number from employee. Execute it. So 13 records as we seen, like when you join the employee and department tables, when I say join, this is what type of join?
Inner join?
Yeah, lovely. So this is the inner join. So let's refresh the list of tables. So I'm going to refresh it. Okay. So have you seen this employee table here? Temp. We asked to create the table temp. Let's do the query on this. Select everything from temp. Let's execute it. You have all the 13 records where you listed the e-name, d-name, and department number. So what's the advantage of doing this? The advantage is once you created this table, right? Later on, you can just query that joined output. So you don't need to join the tables all the time. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Maybe assume you have 10 tables. You always join, let's say 10 tables based on certain conditions. So you don't want to do that query repeatedly. So what you do? You put everything based the output of everything in another temp table. So just do the query on that simple table. So the output will be displayed to you. Wahid, you want to give any input or any further thoughts on this? Or it's okay, we move on.
Yes, I think we can move on.
Okay, so this is something we learned. So the beauty of this statement is you don't need to create the temp table. So it's automatically being created by the system. So let's go on. So we learned this.
And that table will remain there until unless we will go into that and delete that, right?
Yeah, lovely. So that table is a
That,
physical table,
that
so that stay there always.
okay. Okay.
Okay. So there is another concept, views. So let's do that. Sometime you have to create the view. For instance, like in the employee table, if I do the select everything from employee table, execute. So here I see the salary information, salary and commission, and the manager information as well. So if you want to restrict this salary information, you don't want to give access to the employee table. The easiest way is you create view and write the name for this. Let's say v underscore m. I'm just creating a view, and what's the name for that view? V underscore employee. As here you write the query. So which records you want to put in that view. So I'm writing here select everything, not everything, emp number, ename, job, manager, department number from emp. So basically what I'm doing in this situation, I'm just creating another view. So it's not the physical data, it's just the view. It's just the window you're providing to somebody. And that view contains just few columns of the table like employee name, employee number, name, job, manager, department number from this table. And you can put certain conditions as well. Like you can say where department number equals to 20. If you execute this query, so what you're going to get? You're going to get only 5 rows. You just want to give access to this subset of the data. So how you can do that? You create a view. You write this query, you can test this by executing this, and then you execute the whole thing. Yeah. So command is executed. So if you go to this view, okay, I'm sorry. This we need to refresh it. So we have this view employee. So in how many columns we have? Emp number, ename, job, this. So let's do the query on this now. Select everything from v underscore employee. So you treat this view as you're treating the table. So no change. Let's execute it. So you're having the same 5 records. So if you run both the queries together, so both are same. So this is the easiest or simple way to manage the security as well. If you want to hide the information, that's the one advantage. The other advantage is in this view, you simply just do the viewing. You can't insert, you can't update, you can't do any other thing. So that's something regarding the view concept. If any further clarity you people require, so just let me know.
I think we're good. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Okay, good. Thank
Do
you.
you recommend, so when we are, let's say most of the time I want to run these queries on the production data. So because I don't think I will be creating any views. I would mostly be using running all the queries to get some information based on those relations and the commands that you said. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure if you recommended to create views or temp views.
Both are same. Like view is just a view is just encapsulation of your query. So if it's a long, big, huge query and you don't want to use that query again and again, you have to put in some like text file or somewhere you have to look for that. You just create the view on the basis of that normally or in most of the time used query, and then you just do the select on the view. So on that view, that query will be executed. I hope that this is simpler and easier. Wade, you want to
Great.
put some more points on this?
No, I think you explained it very well.
So it's all right. Yes, please. You have any question? Am I answered your question? So if you have a like big query joining 10, 15 tables, you can use that query time and again. But the best practice or something good is you save that query as a view. So then you don't have to use the SQL script again and again. You just do the select on that view. The same big query will be executed seamlessly. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And creating view is so simple. You just, what's the edit thing? You just have to write this. Create view, view name as, and then you write all the select statement. So all the data selected will be in your view. Okay, let's move forward. So we learned this. So there are certain date functions like get date. Let's do this. So this is a get date function. So what this function is returning? It's returning the current system timestamp. Okay, you can do further things. You can say +4. You can do the arithmetic. So 4 will be added. So today's I'm adding 4. It will be 27th. No, it's 23 plus 4. It's 27th. Is that all right? Get function. This get date. Okay. What's the other function? The other function is date part. So that's interesting. So let's do this. Select everything from employee. Here you see the hire date, right? I want to see something like everything and then date part. So it's a function. So here you have to give the interval. So interval means the components of date. So in a date, in a timestamp, what you have? You have year, you have month, you have date, you have hours, minutes, seconds, microseconds, and other thing. So let's start with the year. So you just write Y here. So what do you see? You see it's the, you can write Y, you can write year, you can write YY, you can write YYY. So let's write YY first. And which column? Hire date. So let's do it. Execute it. So what I'm going to have? I'm having, let's see, what's the year in this hire date? It's 1980. So I'm extracting the year. So here 81. This is 82. If you write only Y, you will be having the same thing. But it's returning. No, this Y is day of the year. So this is the 352nd day of the year. And this is the 51st because this is a Feb, 20th Feb. So this is the 51st day of the year. So there are a lot of possibilities. What other thing? We discussed year and then month. So let's write month. So in month you have month, you have this month. So let's write this. So I will be having, this is which month? 12. So I will be having 12 to, so month is extracted. So if you want to extract the quarter, you can write this. The quarter information will be returned to you. This is 1. So this is Feb. Feb is in the first quarter. This is April. So this is in the second quarter. And you can name it. You can say quarter. Execute. So you will be have nice and lovely heading for this column as well. So if you want to extract day, you just write D. So D is the day. So it will return you, this is the 17th of the month, this is the 20th of the month. So by using this date part, you can return the part of the timestamp, which are might be year, maybe month, maybe date, minutes, hours. So let's return hours. But here in this you see the time factor is all zero. So if I say hour, I will not be having anything. I will be having 0. Is this date part clear, everybody?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Then we have a date add. Let's use this. Date add. So here again you have to give the interval. So I'm adding to year. How much you going to add? I'm going to add 15. You need to add this 15 to which expression? I'm going to add this to hire date. Okay, let's execute it. So this is new hire date. Or maybe you saying is the firing date. After 15 years, you're going to fire everybody. Let's make it.
Hmm.
What do you see here? Here, it's 1980. It's 1981. I need to add 15 to the year. So it's 1980. If you add 15 years to this, so it will be 95. Is that all right? So here you have to put that. Here you have to put the timestamp part. So it's a date part. So it may be year, it may be month, it may be anything which is in your timestamp. So let's do it month. How many months you want to add? I want to add just 1 month, let's say. You execute it. So what I'm going to do here, this is the 12th month. So if you add 1, so this is the next year. This is the second month. You have 1 month, so this is the third month. Does that make sense? So you can manipulate the existing time-related data using date time. Let's see another. This is the date difference. So date difference is similar. So what you see here? Here again you need to put the interval and then the starting date and then the ending date. Interval mean maybe years, maybe month, maybe any component of your timestamp. So if you say years, so then what will be returned? So your starting time, your ending time. So the number of years between these two timestamps will be returned to you. Is that okay, or you want me to do the demonstration?
No,
Anybody?
that's fine. We can, yeah, probably we can manage it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to skip these things. So there is another thing is a date name. So sometime you returning, like if I return the month,
Yeah.
date name. What are the components? Interval. It's month, comma, hire date. So something nice will be returned. You see, previously we people having the number like here 12, here second, here fourth, here 5. But if you say date name, the component is given, the component like here the 12th, so this is the 12th month. What's the name of 12th month? This is December. So that will be returned. So that's the use of this date name. So then we have convert. So convert is interesting. So if you need to convert the date to different formats, so what you can do, let me show you the link. Yeah. So this is the convert function. So in this convert function, here you need to give the style, how you want to convert. So here you need to write the expression, and here you need to write the length. So what's the length of the output? So let's assume they have already provided different style types. So the style maybe style 10 is like this USA. So this is month, date, year, right? So which format you're going to follow? You need to follow this convention. So convert, this is the output to data type. Here this is, let me do it for you people. So I'm not writing here get date, I'm writing hire date, and I'm saying 10. So this 10 is the style which we seen, which is a style number is being provided by Microsoft. And I shown you the link. I will show, I will definitely share the link, this link with you people as well. So this 10 is the style for USA, and this is MMDDYY. And if you write 110, this is with the 4 character year. Let's execute it. Yeah, you seen the year. This is the date. So if I say 110, now let's see 110 or something different. 110.
That should be the whole year.
Yeah. So you will be having the whole year. So there are different styles available, so you can convert the date in different formats. That's the easier way. Okay. So let's do the null function. Can I take 5-10 minutes more if you people allow me to do this?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So select everything from M. So here you see like there are a lot many rows where the commission is null, and you see there is one row where the department number is null. So if you want to do the query, you want to ask a question like return all the employees who have not been assigned any department. So how I can do that? Where department number is null. So I will be having the last row. I got it. If you want to see like those employees to whom department is being assigned, so you say it's not null. You execute. So all those rows are being returned. So you can use this null statement in the where clause as well. So that's something with the null values, or you can play with do the filtering using this null keyword. So let's do the null function. I'm saying returning everything. There is a function is null. It's saying the expression. The expression is commission. If commission is null and you want to replace it with something, so if it's null, that means it's 0. And I'm naming this commission 1. Let's execute it. So what you see here, so the commission where the commission is null, that is being replaced with 0. So that's the use of is null function. So using this is null function, you can replace all the rows where the value is null with something, maybe 0 or maybe -1 or whatever you like. Is this all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, great, thank you. Let me do the some discussion on some aggregate functions. Let's do this. My requirement is I am selecting everything from employee table. This is something. Now I want to have I want to compute the total salary for each department. Let's assume that's the requirement. So I can do that. So you write here department number, and here you want to do the sum of salary. That's something I wish to have. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see, if I execute this, Wahid, will I get something?
From employee table, you're saying select department number, sum the salary column, and probably you should.
Wahid, what do you
We'll
say?
get,
Wahid,
yes, I
what?
think we will get the sum of total salaries for each department number.
Okay, we will
But it's
get the
not
error.
ordered by.
We will get the
Do you
error.
need to get
Look
sorted
here.
by? Do you need to sort it by order?
Right? So the reason is whenever you're going to use the aggregate function, there are normally 5-6 aggregate functions like the max, min, average, count, sum. So whenever you're going to use the aggregate function, you have to use the group by clause. So here I need to write
Yeah.
group by. So you want to group all the rows on the basis of department number. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to write this department number. Let's execute it. Sorry, I misspelled the department number. Employee, where is the employee table? DEPT. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this.
It's still not right. The spelling is DEPT.
DEPT for group by as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we have the sum department wise. So you can write here max, you execute. So this is the max. You can write the min, you can do anything. So let's do one
So
more thing.
if you wanna, instead of select department, if I write select employee number, max salary from employee group by department number, what would I get?
So this is you have. So what you want to have?
I'm saying that if I, instead of the second query where you wrote select department number, if I write select employee number, max salary from employees group by department number, what would be the output?
Okay.
Yeah,
Amp
yeah,
number,
I want to see what happens.
comma. Here you have to group by amp number.
Oh, I have to go by number. I can group by department number.
Okay, you can department number. So all the fields which you have listed in the select, all fields D should be in the group by clause as well.
Oh, so it will only look in, or it will only look it up on between those fields which are in the select statement.
So what's I'm missing? Again something. Wahid. EMP number.
Can you go by two fields?
Okay, comma. I'm missing comma here. Right? So it's being grouped by, so you have all the rows because this is the employee and each employee is exactly in one department. As this is the desired output. So what's the
So you
max?
have employee number. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
For
So
each employee and department. Okay.
yeah. So it's doing the aggregation on the basis of the combination of employee number and department number. Yeah.
All right.
You can do manager wise. That might be good. So what's the salary aggregated by the manager? That might be the good choice. If you say here MGR. So this is the manager. This is the department. So you aggregating like this department, how much the total salary, how much the max salary. So you having this thing. Okay. Any other question on this group by? So whenever you're using the aggregate function, you have to use the group by clause, and all the fields which are being listed in the selects, you have to put all those fields in the group by clause. Is that clear? So that's something regarding the aggregate function. And I have already took 5 more minutes, and I'm thankful to all of you for being with me, having patience and listening to me. And if you have any query, any question, kindly send me an email, or if you want to have another session, I would glad to have that. And I have also shared the recording of the first session, so I appreciate if you missed that. So kindly look into that recording as well. Later on, I will share the recording of this session on YouTube too. If you have any question or anything, kindly let me know. I'm stopping the recording.